Waliwo akatambi kano nsobola nga mwakalabye akabasirikale b'eggye lya Updf nga batuuka mu ggwanga lya South Sudan, Juba. Abasirikale bano ba Uganda bagenze Juba mb'okuyambako gavumenti eba eggye lya gavumenti ya SURVE not to be overthrown. This video shows Ugandan military officers being deployed in South Sudan, in the capital Juba, to assist, to help, to give a hand the government in power not to be overthrown. According to Museveni's son and the commander of the defense forces, Muhoozi says they have sent these troops to help SURVE the war between the vice president and the president, not to escalate or the president to be overthrown from power. Now in Uganda, this video or the deployment of the UPDF officers in South Sudan, it has raised some questions among the leaders, and several videos of indicating this are on media, on social media everywhere, showing Ugandan troops entering capital Juba to help the government in power not to be overthrown. Now, in Uganda home, when we come back, tension is high. Why could you send the army of our nation Uganda to South Sudan without let's first get this clip, this video is here. Yeah, this one. Semju Ibrahim Nganda in Parliament.
Motion under Rule 64. The motion I have is that, Mr. Speaker, we adjourn consideration of this matter and discuss a matter of definite public importance. The CDF has just announced that he has deployed our military in South Sudan to protect the capital. And you know, Mr. Speaker, that deployment can only happen with the approval of Parliament. So the motion is that you adjourn debate on this matter, Mr. Speaker, and I raise this matter. The good thing, we have the Minister for Defense here. We also have a UPDF representative. And the Minister of Defense, a very good lawyer, was my chair in the Committee on Legal, to tell us how this deployment has been done in total violation of the Constitution. That's the motion, Mr. Speaker, I am seeking to move.
Well, interesting motion, but Honorable, I don't know whether you got this news when you were here or earlier on, because 64.2 requires that you write to the Speaker 2 hours before plenary begins, or if it is extremely urgent, and where you have to satisfy the Speaker, then, you know, I have to consider very many issues at stake. I do believe this indeed is a critical matter, but which can be discussed on another day. Okay?
To satisfy you, because this matter is also a security matter. Deployment of a national army cannot be casually done. That's why in the Constitution, it must be done with the full authority of Parliament. And even if it is deployed for 1 hour, Mr. Speaker, if it may please you, you can appoint another time, and then we have, maybe if you allow, the Minister of Defense can give us a 5-minute status report, and then you present, you give us an opportunity to be briefed properly on this matter, because an announcement on all now international media, Uganda is there as having deployed the military to protect the capital of South Sudan. And because now this is an international story, you can't prolong it further than maybe tomorrow. So I beg you, Mr. Speaker, to allow, if the Minister of Defense can brief us, and then we can have it raised formally on a date and time that you have appointed.
Thank you. Now,
But the Minister of State for Defense, Jacob Oboth, denied.
Oh, all right. All right. Now we're moving well. We're moving well. Like this. Bro, there are laws governing this country. Bro, you can't just order that I'm deploying or I've deployed without the approval of Parliament. That's the law. Now, where are you going?
Listening attentively to the debate that I've just issued. Whatever Honorable Semuju is saying, you see, as a journalist, he could access information that me as a lawyer may not be able to access. Because me as a lawyer, information has to be very formal. I don't rely on social media. That's the difference between the two professional bodies. But this Parliament, I'm not aware of any formal communication that has been made.
Thank you. So, yes, put a question on this motion. Yes. Now, Jonathan, you want to support him in satisfying me?
With due fairness to the Minister, but also without prejudice to the submission of Honorable Semuju, if it is true, it is a serious matter. And like I mentioned, let the government show us that they're actually working. This would not be something difficult for the Minister to verify if there is a government running. And since it's a very important matter, and you know under Section 39, I believe, deployment outside the country for peacekeeping missions can only happen with the approval of Parliament. That is in the law. It even goes to say that if Parliament were in recess, Parliament would be recalled and constituted for that purpose. So since it's an urgent matter, and the government seems to be in control, unless they are saying they are not in control of this particular CDF, that he can actually deploy without the knowledge of government. The Minister can verify this information and bring it here, because it has implications in terms of resources. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah. So, honorable colleagues, you know, this is the Minister of Defense.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa.
Bro. You know, in Uganda, laws are a bit useless. It's laws that are useless.
That nature, I'm very sure a Minister of Defense should be involved. Because in the end, he's the one who will come and report here in Parliament. Now, when the Minister has come and says he has not participated in any meeting, okay, authorizing deployment or confirming deployment, now it becomes very difficult. But Honourable Minister, like Honourable Jonathan Odur has said, in case you've done that, or you're planning to do that, please follow the law, come here in Parliament and update us, and then you seek for the support which you would expect from Parliament to give to you. Honourable Minister?
Just to give a benefit of doubt, like I said before, the deployment unless could have happened when I'm here. So I will have to verify and inform the House.
Yeah, sure.
I think that would be comforting my good friend from Kira Municipality.
Thank you.
And like the Honorable Jonathan said, sometimes we sympathize with you. The other day when JAT was deployed, police said they don't know them. The spokesperson of the media said we don't know JAT. The CDF thanked them for a job well done. Then the spokesperson of the media had to come the following day to own them. So we sympathize with you, but we have a duty to the country. But I will take your guidance, Mr. Speaker. We wait for the lawyer lawyers, as he said, they take long to learn things. For us, we learn them as they happen.
Professionals clashing on how effective they are in terms of executing.
Good. And further readers, future readers of the Hansard, they may wonder whether there was a lawyer in the House when Honorable Semuju was making that serious allegation. How we take long to learn. It is well known, and here with due respect, the difference is there. We verify, we need proof, so that we are sure of what we are talking about. But journalists can make anything, and that is Semuju for you.
First of all, the deployment of the army.
But why? I always ask myself, if we follow the law, at least for once, what will happen to Uganda? Why don't we want for the law? Ugandan, bro, where are we going?
Must be with the full authorization of Parliament of Uganda.
Yes.
Because that deployment attracts money, it attracts a charge on the consolidated fund.
I agree.
You don't walk to Parliament after and then you ask for money. The other day they brought us here a bill. We were spending nearly 40 billion every 3 months on our deployment in Congo. So these deployments cost taxpayers money. So they cannot be casually done. If the CDF has deployed the army in South Sudan, it will be in total violation of the Constitution and the UPDF Act. And I think as Parliament, we will need to ask the Minister of Defense to explain the circumstances under which this has happened. Because this will be like a mercenary force that you deploy only when you want. A national army is deployed following a particular procedure. So if you no longer have a national army and we have a militia that can be deployed by a family or a family member, then we should be told as a country. Our constitution tekao UPDF Act, itekawo amagye ogatwala eweru wa Uganda otekwa kufuna lukusa okuva eri Parliament, kubanga amagye gotwala ga Uganda ate bwogatwala galiko no gasaasaanyizaako ssente. Bwogende Somalia twafiirwayo n'ebyokulwanyisa. Gavumenti ejja wano negamba nti tuwe trillion 5 tugule ebyokulwanyisa classified expenditure. Ojjukira ennyonyi zaagwa mu lusozi e Kenya nga tugenda. Kati ebyo bikomawo nga omuwi w'omusolo balina omusolozaamu omusolo agule ebyokulwanyisa. So kyekireesa kyava kiteekebwa mu constitution nti amagye ga Uganda ogatwala eweru wa Uganda ku mirimu egitali mitongole. Kuba emirimu emitongole kuuma bannayuganda na nsalo za Uganda. Buli ogatwala ku mirimu egitali mitongole oteekwa okufuna olukusa eri Parliament. Olwo oba otegeeza nti ogenda kuyingira mu ssente z'omusolo ezaalibadde zikola enguudo ogenda ozitwala eweru wa Uganda. Bw'abeera nga General Muhoozi Kainerugaba amagye yagatutteyo nga Parliament temanyi, kuba nze ndi mu Parliament simanyi, kitegeeza nti yagatutteyo mu bumenyi bwa Constitution ya Uganda. Era olwo kitegeeza nti tetulina amagye ga family. President bw'ayagala n'atwalako Congo, mutaani n'atwalako Sudan, oba abawala n'atwala Eritrea. Ag'eggwanga amagye gateekwa okutwalibwa eweru wa Uganda nga Parliament etegedde nojja nogisaba ssente nga Parliament nti amagye gaffe gagenze n'okukola mulimu bwe guti, gagenda kumalayo obudde bwe buti, ani anasasulira abafudde, ani anasasulira abalwadde. Ebyo nebyo okubeera mu ndagaano ekutwalayo. Naye naffe tuwulira buwulizi luli naye n'okulyanga nti tugenze kuwamba tawuni ye Bunia nti waliyo abahima baagala kubatta, ngenda kuteekayo amagye ga Uganda era enkeera ngenda okulanga nti amagye gatuuse Bunia tawuni gagiwambye. So kati ebintu ebyo bitujjako obwannannyini nga bannayuganda ku bintu ebyalibadde ne bifuuka by'abantu buntu nga nawe wewaka osobola okuba essimu n'oganda eterayo ne baleeta. Minisita wa Defense alina okutubuulira amagye Sudan gagenzeeyo gatya, kubanga minisita oba naye taliiwo nga kisikiize nga naye atubuulira. Alina okujja mu Parliament n'aleeta motion esaba Parliament olukusa okutwala amagye nga bwe gwali ku Somalia bw'oba tosabye magye kugenda bwe.
Yeah, I do 100% agree with Ibrahim Semjonganda. If the army is for Uganda, meaning Ugandans are responsible for the welfare of that army. And if you can't account for the deployment of that army elsewhere outside the country, yet the facilitators are the Ugandans, the taxpayers. They don't know where their army is going. They don't know why they've gone there, but they have to pay for their stay there. Then, is that army for Uganda or for somebody somewhere? Questions are arising, and those questions will always be asked. But the one responsible for all this mess will be accountable sometime, someday. Just wait for that day.